What's going on, guys? Kirk here from MGG, and we're back in the garage for another mod day on the G82 M4. Now, I know over the past few weeks you guys have seen a lot of progress on the car, from exterior mods to exhaust. Now, there's one thing that I haven't done as yet, is touch anything on the engine. So today we're going to be doing our first official mod by installing some air intakes from R Motorsports. We're going to do an unboxing, we're going to walk you guys through the install process, and most importantly, let you guys hear what it sounds like and finally get some noise in the front of the car. Stay tuned, let's get started.
Now, taking a look at all the pieces that are included, we can start over here with the silicone couplers. Now, these are actually really nice, really high quality silicone tubes. They are 3.5 inches wide, so that should be pretty good for airflow. Moving on from that, we have the main piece of the kit, which is the air filters. They're all oiled, and you guys can see the filter material all on the inside and then in the front. These should help a ton when it comes to the airflow and also the sound. And then outside of that, we have some metal clamps for the tubes. We have some aluminum couplers, which will mount to the turbo inlets. And then we also have these aluminum sleeves that will join the tubes and then give the air filters something more rigid to clamp onto. I think that's a pretty nice feature of this kit, and honestly I think all of this should go together pretty well.
Now, I'm a big fan of R Motorsports products. As you guys saw from the previous episode, we went ahead and installed their crossover pipe. It makes the exhaust come alive even more. We did also in the past do an install on my S58 M2 by doing their intercooler and also their charge pipe with fantastic results. I'm a big fan of R Motorsports products, and again, I knew I had to put some addition into the G82. So right now, this install should go by pretty quickly. Obviously, because we're filming, it should take a little bit longer, but on average, I think we can knock it out in about 30 minutes. Before we go ahead and get into the install, I figured at least I'd give you guys a small explanation as to why I chose the R Motorsports intakes. Now, with so many brands and so many varieties of intakes on the market, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I know for these engines specifically, it's very popular to run things like the inventory intakes or even like front mount intakes that require you to have the filters at the front. Personally, for me, someone who lives in Florida, as you guys will know, it does rain a lot here, especially in the summertime, and I don't want to be in a situation where I have front mount intakes, it rains heavy, takes in a lot of water, and then a lot of my engine. The beauty about these intakes is that it's going to be sitting inside the engine, particularly to one side. You'll get increased airflow and also, most importantly, whoosh whoosh noises, which I know everyone mainly gets these intakes for that reason. The install of this is pretty straightforward. It's not going to take a whole lot of time. As I mentioned, I'm going to have Mark step in right now, do the removal process, and then we're going to continue to show you some bits and pieces that you should take into consideration with doing this install.
So the first thing we'll need to do is remove the lower part of the front brace. We're going to start at the top using a 15mm socket. We're going to remove these 4 nuts. And then moving on to the front, we'll use a 13mm socket for the last bolt. In the next step, you'll want to grab a flathead screwdriver, and we're going to loosen the clamp on both gearboxes. Now to remove the actual airbox itself, you'll just slide the plastic tubing back, and then these are all held in with friction fit fasteners, so you just pull up and then it should come out. Just have to wiggle it just like that. Next, we're gonna grab a plastic trim tool and then remove these two plastic push pin fasteners here. Now to remove the first intake tube, we're gonna grab the flathead screwdriver and I'm just gonna remove the C-clip in this location here. All you need to do is pull up and it should pop out the groove. And then it will come up. Just like this. Now if you are struggling with removing the C-clip, the easiest way I found to remove these is you actually want to start on one side, pull it out, and then you want to push it down out of the groove, like so. Then go on the other side, repeat the step, it should be free to come out. Now the final thing we will need to do before we can remove this tube is we need to disconnect this connector here, just to give us a little bit of clearance between the tube and this part. So let's go ahead and lift up on the engine cover, be careful, and then we need to squeeze and pull. Just take your time, try not to break it. It comes out just like this. We will push it off to the side, and then now we will be able to lift the tube out and over. So to begin the reassembly process, let's actually go ahead and reinsert the connector that we removed in the earlier step. And then push the engine cover back down.
Alright guys, and that's going to wrap up today's install. I hope you guys enjoyed all of the sound clips and how easy the installation was. Honestly, ARM Motorsports, you did a fantastic job creating this system. It's unique, it's affordable, easy to install, and most importantly, it sounds amazing. The turbo induction noise from the S58 motor really comes out, and I'm really happy with the results. As I mentioned before, when it comes to intake systems, there's really a lot of options, but I personally think this would be my first recommendation, especially because of how well it works. I think this paired up with the exhaust system and all the other mods really makes the car come alive, and I'm really happy with how the results are so far. So if you guys enjoy it, and I hope you will, let me know what you think in the comments of the new intake system. I'll be leaving all the links down below so you guys can go ahead and check it out. Now guys, if you're interested in getting anything for your BMW, make sure you're checking out motorgeargarage.com for all your parts and accessories. I'm really happy with how the progress of the G82 has come along so far. We haven't even scratched the surface with the things that I have planned for this. Guys, you're gonna want to stay tuned. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. I'm personally having a lot of fun modifying this car, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the journey so far. But until then, stay tuned for the next one. We have more in store, guys. Till then, we're gone.